got a special guest. He goes by Queso Bobbie. Say what's up, homie.
What's up, everybody?
So talk about, man. Shout out to our sponsor, Aries Studios. We appreciate you boys for putting up some paperwork for us. We got a couple of questions to get into, but I want to start with some flowers, all right? So I hear about this guy, Queso Bobbie, from my man DJ Hype Man 501. He hits me up. Shout Hype. He hits me up. He was like, man, you haven't checked out Queso yet? And I was like, what the fuck is you talking about? Like, oh, we're like, I'm not sure what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? He sends me your link to your IG. I said, okay, cool. Now I'm booking a tour for Hype at the time. And he's like, yeah, put my man on. I was like, okay, cool. I'll put him on the flyer. Let's knock it out. So I go looking at your stuff. And then I find your catalog. My man has a lot of material out. A lot of material out. So I guess the easiest way I want to do this is the top 3 songs right now that you have out that people might not be aware of. Let me know what those are. What tracks are those that you have out right now that you were like, if you haven't heard them, you don't know me.
If you haven't heard them and you don't know me, that's an easy one.
Yeah.
We're gonna start from the bottom of the list. Number 3, Mirrors off of the Darker Days EP.
Okay.
That's a little in-depth look at what the inside of Queso's head goes through every now and then. Another good one that a lot of people might not know to tap into is Big Facts. It's one of my earlier released ones. I think that came out like 2020 on Bobby Revenue beat. It's solid. Like that ass is one of my more praised tracks, but I don't perform it. Everybody try to get in my ass and perform it. But
I heard it. You get requests to do it.
Yeah, I tell them, like, hey, I already know which one you talk about. It's going first. I know which one you talk about. It's going last. Sorry, but we ain't doing this one tonight. But I tell you what, catch me on the next show, and I got you.
I love it. So you can switch up the catalog show to show.
Oh yeah. I try to look at the audience and then pre-plan.
That's what I do.
If I notice like, okay, this is a nice little midtown audience. They like jazz bands, club out. Okay, I'm about to bring out the sing-song stuff. I'm about to bring out some turn-up stuff. Everybody likes to jump around and forget about their day. But to answer the question, number one,
yeah, I was getting back
number
to
one, if you don't know me if you ain't heard Angles. Angles is literally from the heart.
Got it.
Like I spilled my soul on that one.
Okay, that's important. That shows passion, you know what I'm saying? And then the ability to be vulnerable, a lot of MCs don't possess that. It's a big thing. If people, if they want to be a little bit more vulnerable, my bad. You follow artists like Kanye, lately Kendrick, you know, a lot of other artists. I feel like Crit's been very, very open with himself lately, just telling people, hey, it is what it is. You don't like it, you don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Another thing is, brother, you got a lot of stuff going on this month.
Yeah.
These are great things. What's top of your list right now? This month and next month, what you got going on?
Oh, easily. Everybody been talking about this one. We're gonna start with next month because that's my favorite. Atlanta, Georgia's coming up next month, and we're gonna be in there. And I'm finally gonna be tapping in with my people, Say So Records. Shout out my brother Shakeen. Show love since we've met each other, and he got a whole team back home. He's from Atlanta, so we've been tapped in, and he's been talking about me a lot to the point where they've been wanting to meet me. So I was like, you know what? I know I'm on a business trip. We're gonna go out there a little bit early. We're gonna pop out. We gotta show our respects, you know, to the people that show us here. So you know, that is what it is. Right. So
what's that date? Atlanta, Georgia's what date?
Atlanta, Georgia is gonna be July 9th. It's like this whole month. I got another interview coming up with Tashay Radio. A couple shows towards the end of the month. The tour, as you mentioned.
Yes.
That's gonna be fun.
Yes. We got a couple more dates in the works, possibly 5 in a row. We're gonna get back to that. Now I got tickets in my pocket for a couple of these joints right now. So I want to make a very valid point here for your fans, supporters, as you put it. Your man is not only regional now. Him going to Atlanta puts him at a national base. And not only that, going to the Mecca right now, which is no longer New York. Sorry, my New Yorkers. Atlanta might have you on this one. You are now stepping into, you know what I'm saying, a shipping lane, a main shipping lane. From Atlanta, you can hit LA, you can hit, you know what I'm saying, New York, you can hit Miami. So I think that's a very prominent move, but it's important that people out there understand your dude is now national. He's no longer local. He's no longer regional. So you other promoters that want to book him, you need to take note because he's pulling in fan bases elsewhere. Right. Nice. You know what I'm saying? Big. You know that. You know that. All right then. A lot of other things that I want to step into, but more commonly, I'm doing a flyer for you later on. Earlier yesterday. My little girl passes by. She said, Daddy, what's wrong with his hair? I said, boo, that's your style. So if you would, man, explain your style to everybody. Why you just be wilding out and just letting it go, let it flow, let the wind carry you as you go. What's that about with everybody?
So it's a two-parter. It's a pride, and then it's more pride. So
Gotcha.
So we're gonna start with the wholesome one. I'm actually part Indian. I found out some of my heritage, and so I try to pay my respects and take care of our lineage.
Gotcha.
Because my mom has always preached my hair.
Gotcha.
Like she always loved it. She always wanted me to take care of it. And a lot of my other side of my family always wanted me to cut it.
Yeah.
But I've always loved my hair.
That's what's up.
I used to hate it, but now I was like, this is me. I gotta embrace it. So
Yeah.
when I really started loving myself, I was like, I gotta stop cutting it.
Yeah.
So the other side of that is a little bit after that epiphany, and I stopped cutting my hair. I'm about 5 years deep, and I was like, okay, time to go trim the dead ends.
Mm-hmm.
So I sit in the chair. I said, let me get 2 off the top.
Mm-hmm.
I left with 2.
Yeah,
No,
shit.
I was a little bit more than he did. So after that, I was like, no more haircuts.
Yeah.
So
I get it.
that was about maybe 5 more years ago.
Yeah.
So it's
Now I'll trim, I'll style up, I'll style away, and all that other stuff.
Right.
But yeah, this is kind of here to stay. It's kind of how I keep record now. You know what I'm saying? I remember my hair length when I had children. I remember my hair length when I got a car. All that other shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's how I mark time, not just heritage. My sons are this old now. I know how long my hair is. I wear it like that. You feel me? So I'm glad you explained it because and this goes a little bit to ethnicity. My little girl is in the middle of suburbia, and all the other little girls have straight hair. And so when she's like, I want straight hair, I look at her like, no, kink that shit out. Kink all that shit out. She's like, I don't want to be, no. Kink it out, curl it out, let it, exactly. We hop out the shower and, right there, you know what I'm talking about?
I wish I had curls.
Right. I'm like, baby, we just gonna sop that up a little bit and we out the door. You know what I'm saying? And I tried to show her that. So when she asked me what was wrong with your hair, I laughed, of course. Then I was like, baby, ain't nothing wrong with him. That's his swag. You feel me? And I've been trying to tell her and everybody else, no, run with your swag. What you got is what you got. Don't be trying to change it for nobody. Fuck them if they can't take it. But yeah, shout out to Shay, man. So do you guys already know what you're gonna talk about? She just gonna hit you over the head with questions or what?
that's how I usually roll. I just
Gotcha.
kind of roll with the punches.
No, ain't nothing wrong with it, man. It shows that you can act on your character. You know exactly who you are. All right, so we got more podcasts coming up. You've got more shows. We got some out of town stuff, and then, like I said, with my man Hype Man. Shout out to my man Hype. We've got the Believe the Hype tour, and like I said, he said, this is how I was introduced to you. And just to find out, we were in the same building a month ago and didn't know each other. You know what I mean? So fucked up, crazy. Anyway, so he says, put my man on the bill. I go digging through your catalog, and I feel like you can probably select any 10 songs that you want, and you're gonna be just fine. Are you happy with a massive catalog, or are you gonna start slimming it down any? Do you have a problem with releasing a lot of records at once?
So my game plan is kind of actually in the second step right now. I kind of built up my library, figured out where I wanted it to go, and then the next step was to push it. So we're in the push step.
Gotcha.
As far as my catalog, the only problem that I have with my catalog personally is that you can't really pin me down to a sound. When I
Gotcha.
first started, everybody is sad boy pop. If you heard Darker Days, that was literally some of my earlier work that I sat on for the longest to kind of get everything right. But I'm to the point in my career now where you can't put a sound on me.
Nice.
I've bounced from lo-fi, club pops, Afro beats,
This is a great thing.
yeah, I just love
Yes.
making music at this point. I'm out of my funk
Yeah.
because it's really expressive for me. I don't like talking about bullshit. I don't just make a lot
Gotcha.
of songs unless I'm just in there having fun with the guys.
Right.
But a lot of stuff that I put on my music comes from a lot of real places. So
Yeah, as it should.
right. So a lot of the vibes have to be right. So I won't just hop on any beat, but I'm diverse enough to hop on any beat.
What you have to celebrate in that is your, I don't even know if this is where your applicability to hop on whatever word. I've got a million DJ friends, homies, you know what I mean? They spin everything from Eastern European, techno, crap to, South Brazil beats, you know what I mean? And Latin hip hop, drop stuff. It's dope, all right? Go to any one of their sets, and if an artist gets on, most of the time, they're gonna be like, give me this beat, or give me that beat. The fact that you can walk on stage, like it doesn't matter what beat. You know what I mean? That's an ill thing. Any DJ or any engineer, on top of that, any producer is gonna love to work with you on that. So seek that out while you're in Atlanta. Find everything that you can to hop on. I mean, even if they decide, hey man, we like it, we're gonna keep it on there, but we'll talk to you, whatever. That exposure is gonna get you in, straight up.
As long as I talk to somebody, I can leave an impression. That's all I'm worried about.
That's a great thing. That's character. My granddaddy used the same thing. He was a pimp from Augusta too. You know that.
Hey.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Walk with a limp.
You dig?
Yeah. Shout out to the parents.
Straight up, man. All right, so one of my final questions that I always ask everybody, main influences. What artist puts you in the mind frame that you can do this?
So as far as my sound, I can't really pinpoint to a certain artist. I can't say that one influence is like my process or anything. A lot of it came from just like personal venting.
Gotcha.
But as far as like who inspires me,
Yes.
Chris Cornell, rest in peace. Serge Tankian, he's a dope individual, not just that, just as a artist, but he does a lot of beneficial things for his homeland and such. Like, he's real political, so he's a real inspiration to anybody. But anybody that can, like, if I can just point at an artist and say he made me do this, Jonathan Davis from Korn.
Gotcha.
Like, just didn't care. Like, he went up there, did his thing, looked how he looked, and just if you liked it, you liked it. If you didn't, fuck.
Different list.
I grew up a metalhead, and my brother was a real hip hop kid, so it was always in the house. I was always vibing to it. I was never the kid to like, what's this song? I'm gonna save it to the playlist. It came on, I vibed to it. I was real in the moment.
And this is what gives you your talent now. I guarantee it. Okay, that's what's up, man. It's a different list than most would even put out there. So I'm with that. I'm with that all together, man. So if you don't know by now, the dude's name is Queso Bobbie. All right, please let them know where they can find you on the Instagram and the Facebook.
Queso Bobbie, QUESOBOBBIE. That's Queso BOBBIE. All platforms, all social medias except for Twitter and Snapchat. I don't really like Twitter and Snapchat's too personal.
Gotcha. Now, tell them what was the name of the last project.
Last project that came out was, it wasn't even Darker Days. I'm about to plug in the brothers. Shout out Joanna Average. Speaking of Touche Radios, we're nominated, me and my brother Average. Our song Way Too Long. Now, as far as the last project that came out is an On My Way EP with my brother Juwan and my guy Average. It's a 3-track EP, straight summer vibes. If you head into the lake, if you got your little boo thing and you gonna light up and roll out somewhere, hey, grab that real quick, put it on, cause hey, you gonna vibe out.
Got it. All right, now, last thing I want to get out there to everybody else. Let them know exactly the next big place you're gonna be at right now.
The next big place I'm gonna be.
Pull it up. We got a moment. In the meantime, I'm gonna shout out the sponsor, the people that give us bread, Aces of 8 Coffee. Make sure you stop by the spot. It's 1150 North MacArthur. We're in here every Thursday, chopping it up with artists, creators, podcasters. Kara back here, she's security at the same damn time. Don't worry about it. We're good. You know what I'm saying? So
Check out the ticket storm because we got tons of shows on there.
For sure. Yeah, I looked at it today. I think 3 or 4, and I just added one today.
I've got a few more still need to add. Like, it's freaking crazy.
It's wild.
It is.
It's a great
It's
pickup.
fun.
I'm really
Guys, I haven't heard Rehab's coming back.
Yeah. I'm gonna be glad to kick it with you cats.
Yes, man.
Did you find it?
Oh yeah.
All right, what you got?
And my bad for forgetting.
You're good.
Because let me tell y'all, MoneyWave presents. This is the Summer Bling Batch 2022. Sorry, Summer Bling Jams 2022. I think this is like the second or third one that's going around.
Gotcha.
And this one's going to be the hottest one so far. We're going to have Young Zay headline. And this is going to be June 25th. Sounds by DJ Drip and DJ Flatline at Poor OKC's Liquid Lounge.
Now, one time, real quick, shout to Drip and Flatline. Met both these cats, solid DJs,
Nice.
straight up, and good dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Me and Drip go back to whenever I was working at 405 Buds at Flatline. It's been love since day one.
And again, you and I were in the same building. Drip was there. He's hollered at me. I'm talking to him. You probably seen him too.
Oh, yeah.
At Castle Row. Still missed you totally. Anyway,
That just shows how bad I am at networking.
I'm you know what? I'm shaking everybody's hand and just going for it. Anyway, I'm doing the Arnold Schwarzenegger like, hi, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah,
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, so glad to meet you. You're so strong. I'm saying, do the whole thing. All right, so listen, we got to close this up, get back to a couple things. We still have the weirdos later on the night. We're going to dial back in, get into that spill as well. You guys share a couple of dates in July on that one too. We'll get into that later on. So, Ace of A Coffee House, my name is DJ Navi. We got Queso Bobbie in the building. We're wrapping up this one. We'll see you next week with another one. We'll see you tonight with the weirdos. Holla at your boy. Take it easy.
I ain't honest, I done told my shit a lot before.